And we guys, welcome back to another video of NHL. So today guys, I'm going to be making a special video for the offseason of the Montreal Canadiens. So now guys, we are going to be talking about who the Habs can get from this offseason, like the top free agents. So here we go. The first one, who we can get is Blake Pullman. Blake Pullman is a good offensive player who plays for the Tampa Bay, who plays for Tampa right now, and he has scored a few goals with them. But why I think they should get him, guys, is because his cap. He has so 1,800 in money for him. That's what he wants. So the Habs have some cap space. So I think they should get him because he's a good offensive player, and he's a cap it is $1,800, guys. So I mean, and he can score 20 goals at least in like a season and stuff. So the Habs need like a goal scorer. They need people who can create offense. And Dougie Hamilton. Why Dougie Hamilton? Well, I'll tell you why. He's a defensive player. Currently playing for the Carolina Hurricanes, and he's a good sportsman guy. And guys, now for his cap hit. So he is looking for $5,750,000. No, yeah. So I mean, it's not a bad amount. The Habs have some space to have those guys like fit in. Next one, it's the big one that everyone's talking about, the one and only Jack Eichel from the Buffalo Sabres. So guys, this has been going on, but apparently, like a couple days ago, the Habs and Sabres were having some heavy talks about a trade involving Jack. So I mean, a Jack Eichel trade could be coming very soon, either between the Habs or some other teams like the Kings, the Wild, any of those teams. But I think that if they were to trade for Jack, and if Buffalo accepts this, I would do for the following: a draft pick, Thomas Tatar, Philip Danault, and an Arturi Lehkonen for Jack Eichel. I think that's a very good trade because Tatar is a UFA, Danault's a UFA, and also Lehkonen has his contract expires next season, I believe. So I mean, this could be a trade that we might have to look out for, especially the Canadiens. Next one, Gabriel Landeskog. Another name that is a big name, especially for the Colorado Avalanche, because he's been a guy who has been doing a lot for Colorado in these past years. So I mean, so his cap hit is $5,571,000. So that's not bad. So it's basically like Hamilton's cap hit, but I mean, it's not bad, and he's a good player also. And I think he would go on a line with maybe Cole Caulfield and Suzuki. That would be a good trade. And if Coleman comes in, I would put Toffoli, Anderson, and Coleman on a line. And I think, guys, that's a very good line in my opinion. The next one that is the biggest name in the NHL right now is Alexander Ovechkin. So guys, if you don't know, in 2015, in a press conference interview, Alex Ovechkin said, if I wasn't a Cap, I would be a Hab. So that's some really big news, guys, and that could probably mean that he might come. But this is like, well, he probably won't come because of his money. It's approximately $10 million, which is a bit too much, and the Habs still have to like re-sign Armia and stuff. So I mean, they should probably save that money. but Alex Ovechkin is a very good target. So the next one, who else they could sign? Well, I mean, they could also probably sign Ryan Sutter for a defenseman. Ryan Sutter is 37 years old, and he's looking, and he got bought out by the Wild like a few weeks ago, including Zach Parise. So I mean, he could be on the top, UFAs for this offseason, which is good because he's a good defenseman. He's pretty old though. That's the problem, and he's looking for a bit of money also. But if they were to get him, I would probably put him with Edmondson, just because Ryan Sutter is a good defenseman on defense, and so is Edmondson. So I think they will make a really, really good duo, especially in the playoffs, guys, if they do make it next year, which they probably will, because, you know. But there's also Ethan Barry could be a really good like offensive, no, a defensive player. He would probably be a good match for maybe like who could he be a good match, guys? Think of it. Who could he be? Could he be with Alexander Romanov? Which one do you think, guys? I think maybe Romanov, because he's a young guy and stuff, but and his cap, and Tyson Berry's cap hit is not that bad. It's $3,750,000, which is not that bad for a good defenseman, and he's 30 years old, which is still pretty young. So I mean, I think the Habs could probably target him in a trade for like maybe like a draft pick, which I think is a good deal. Sign him for like at least like 3 years, approximately 3 years. So I think that's a good trade, guys. So I mean, those are the top like UFAs this offseason, which is a pretty good list that the Habs could get, and this could change their roster a lot. But now let's like talk about what Eric Engels said about the Jack Eichel situation with the Habs. He said that he doesn't think that it will happen because like the Habs don't have like enough guys and stuff. But he said that it's probably gonna happen with maybe Calgary or Minnesota. I don't see why with Minnesota. I mean, like, they have a good roster, a good young roster. But Calgary, I'm not sure, because Calgary has already some good guys there, and they are a good team. So I mean, Calgary, not sure. But the Habs, I think it makes the most sense because like that's what Eric Engels thinks. But I don't think that he's right, because like the Habs have some UFAs which they could probably like trade for Jack Eichel, obviously. But guys, there's a very bad situation with Jack Eichel now, because he has an injury, which like, and he wants to get a surgery that Buffalo doesn't recommend. So that means that if he gets a surgery, it will probably like do something. But I'm like, maybe he's probably just gonna like. But if the Canadians do get him, then that's gonna be like a situation that the Habs would have to deal with themselves. But guys, imagine this line: Jack Eichel, Tyler Toffoli, and Cole Caulfield. Like, that's already like a dream trio. Come on. And then Suzuki could be with like Anderson and Coleman. That's already like a great line also. So guys, this could be a very good offseason. But the Habs also have to look for a center, because Philip Danault is going to be gone 100%. Tatar is going to be gone 100%. So the Habs still have to look for a material for Gallagher, which I would put Gallagher with join when he comes back, and probably like someone else. But also Stahl might be gone. Perry, I think he's gonna stay. Corey Perry, and also Army is gonna stay. So guys, this could be a very good offseason for the Habs, like a very promising one. But we'll see. Let's see how this is gonna go this offseason. But hope the Habs get some good guys, because they have very good playoff run this year, which is it was very good, and they beat the Leafs like that, man. It was just, I was like screaming my heads off every time, because it was crazy. It was crazy, man. But yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. But you'll enjoy this game now. So we are going to be playing this game, and you can watch us.
Moves it to Toffoli. Here they are on the attack. To his teammate. He scores. They might as well keep that light on behind the goaltender. And again, out front, on fire.
Sometimes it's just your night. You shoot the puck, it goes in the net. He's had an up.
Montreal's moving it into the offensive end. Centered out in front. Scores.
You get one, you get hungry for a second one.
They've got the defense outnumbered. Sends it across. Scores! What a shot! Here he is from the slot. He scores! This might be a where were you moment for so many of these fans. McDonough. And loses possession after a solid hit. Shot! That's his second.
Their line has played really well, James.
The Canadians are on the attack. Quick snap! Scores! Teed him up perfectly. All over. No harder trophy to win in sports than the Stanley Cup, and they're doing it.
Every time I see the players celebrate, I can't help but feel a little jealousy for the fact that they got to run through the final stage. They deserved the trophy, and I never got to lift it. I look at them and I go, man, you guys have accomplished everything.
Still one of my favorite traditions in all of sports here, Ray.
It's a fantastic way to wrap up a series. It's an amazing way that the players show respect to each other, and this is the true wrap-up of this Stanley Cup final.
There he is, the best player of the postseason. What a run, and there's your Conn Smythe winner.
You go up, you get congratulations, you get the trophy, but you really want to be back with your teammates as quick as you can.
He's coming to collect the Stanley Cup. I can't even imagine how hard his heart is beating right now.
It must be an amazing feeling. Every time I see them hoist the cup year after year, I feel a little pang of
jealousy that I never got to do it. Look at this. What a great celebration.